It's 19 minutes to 8 o'clock. This is Radio 2 at the Electric Proms, where Robert Plant and the Band of Joy, assuming that Robert's made it through the traffic, if he has indeed gone home for a little rest, will be on stage very, very shortly indeed. Pete in Cambridge, could you tell Lissy that she made me cry again? This from Rob in Nottingham, that song made being stuck in traffic awesome. Thank you very much indeed. Let's run it past Dave Lewis, who is a freelance writer, author and publisher, but the man who you go to talk about Led Zeppelin because he's been writing about them since forever. Hello, Dave.
Hiya, how you doing?
Now, you probably thought, no, please, don't cover, Stairway. It's just not a good idea. But Lissy is quite extraordinary.
Well, I've heard a lot of versions of that, and I thought that was absolutely fantastic. I mean, she really got the essence of the song, and it's still a great song. I mean, you may not get Robert Plant singing it, but Lizzie was right on, and I thought it was a fantastic version, so well done to her. Great start to the evening.
Now, Dave Lewis founded the Led Zeppelin magazine Tight But Loose in '78. These are some of his books. Led Zeppelin, The Final Acclaim. Led Zeppelin, A Celebration. Led Zeppelin in Their Own Words. The Complete Guide to the Music of Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin, The Concert File. Led Zeppelin, Celebration 2, The Tight But Loose Files. Led Zeppelin, Then, As It Was. Led Zeppelin at Nebworth. There's a theme running through those books, Dave, I'm noticing.
Yeah, the theme is I quite like this band and I quite like this singer, and it's fantastic to be here tonight. I mean, this is such an occasion for Robert. To do this live, Radio 2 Electric Proms. I went to the Birmingham show Wednesday night, and I can only tell the people tonight are going to be in for something special because he's on absolute peak form. He's at one with himself and at one with his music, and it's just a fantastic thing to be a Led Zeppelin fan right now.
The interesting thing when Robert was on and speaking to Buddy Miller and Paddy Griffin is the level of, there appears to be, even though we've got a set list here, a degree of spontaneity and the fact that they have to watch him the whole time because they really don't know what he's going to do next.
Well, no, I mean, the set the other night, it was, you look at the set list, but he's always going to throw in a curveball, is Robert, because he acts on that. I mean, even back to the Led Zeppelin days, spontaneity was part of what they did, and he's carried that all through his career. And I think tonight, again, you're going to see some of that. And certainly we saw it last Wednesday night in Birmingham. So get ready for that tonight.
And when you say he's at ease with himself, what do you mean by that? Do you mean that he's sort of happier now doing this kind of material than he used to be?
Well, I think Robert has always surrounded himself with fantastic players, going obviously right back to Jimmy Page and even further with Kevin Gammon in the Band of Joy. But he's always surrounded himself with fantastic players. And I think when he went to Nashville and when the way he was embraced, and he really was embraced, and to work, with the artists that he's got now, Buddy, obviously, I think he feels a real peace, and I think it's quite an achievement for him to have been accepted into that world. But it's not just country, it's blues, it's rock, it's all still there. He can still do everything that he could do all those years ago in Zeppelin. It's still there now, and he still carries that integrity. And again, as I said, you're going to see that tonight.
You will have heard, and we've heard a lot tonight from people who are queuing outside for tickets. They do want to hear this stuff. They do like this album. They do like the album with Alison Krauss. They're desperate for some Led Zeppelin.
Of course they are. And the great thing is, he certainly does that, and he pays it, the sort of respect that it should have, and the way he does some of the songs, and I won't give them away because you're about to hear them. He does them in such a great way that that he still loves those songs. And I think it's that deep love, respect for the music that really carries through. And again, in all those tracks that he does tonight, from, what was really the glory days, even though there's glory days now, I know the audience are going to love that, and he will certainly put over those songs in the way that the audience will love it.
And do you think that mindset, Dave, is all anyone needs to know when they constantly ask Robert about whether there's going to be more Led Zepp concerts? The answer would clearly be, well, for the foreseeable future, no, because he's having such a blast doing this. I didn't want to ask him earlier because everybody else does, but you're the man who knows. What's your take on that?
Well, never say never, but the fact is, when they did the O2, it was, a really happy ending. And I think, the Led Zeppelin story needed that. So whatever happens next, it doesn't really matter. If there isn't another Led Zeppelin reunion, we've all waved it goodbye in exactly the right way. He doesn't need to live up to that. He can do whatever he wants to do, and he's really happy doing that. So maybe there is something, but if there isn't, he's still going to be one of the greatest rock singers of all time. And again, I'm sure we're all going to hear that tonight because that's what he does best.
Dave, thank you. Appreciate you coming down.
Thank you very much.